Hey, you two, how's it going? Well, it's going pretty good. Lots of rain the last few days, and that has had a wonderfully cooling effect, and that's kind of welcome. I know the electric bill for the last several months has been OMG. Oi! It's like really humongous. I mean, we need a truck to carry that thing around, it's so big. Yeah. Anyway, one of my recent fanfiction reviews was a wonderful thing called Taylor Varga, and the link I provided for it was for the story on fanfiction.net. I found a better one because, well, let's see. First of all, in the story on fanfiction.net, you've got all the actual main content chapters and probably 150 omics, most of which are not canon omics. Yeah, and I personally think that kind of detracts from the story somewhat, and because I personally prefer to stay with the main story chapters or omics that have been canonized, made canon, made to be officially part of a story, you know, that sort of thing. And, you know, the non-canon omics is something I might look at another time, but until I have at least completed the story, I don't want to look at the other things. So when I discovered a forum called Sufficient Velocity, and the fact that the Taylor Varga story is there as well, and that there's more of it, yeah. On the Sufficient Velocity, the way it works is you've got different kinds of thread bookmarks, different kinds of bookmarks in each particular story thread. You've got thread marks, which is the main story. You've got side story, where there is all the omics, the non-canon omics and stuff. And then you've got media, for people posting pictures or videos or what have you. And then you've got staff posts and informational and stuff. It allows you to break stuff up much more neatly so that if you're looking for just one particular aspect, it's easier to find. I like that. And so I will be providing the link for that. And another thing about it is that the Taylor Varga story, with the non-canon omics removed into their own section, the last chapter that's on let's see, what is it? The last chapter that's up on Fanfiction is called Flying and Guild. In this listing and the thread marks, Flying and Guild is at chapter 273. And the thread marks go all the way out to number 304, Interlude and Timing, which, admitted, sadly is a placeholder chapter from the author that was put up on May 28th of 2021. And apparently the author had had some real life gets in the way with important things issues. That happens. But they'll get to it. But the point is, there is like something in the neighborhood of 50-ish chapters that are available here that are not available on the fan fiction version of the story. So, yeah. That, and of course, again, if you stay with the main thread marks line, you've got all of the actual official canon elements of the story all in one place, and this is good, and there's a whole lot more actual story content. This is a good thing, always. Yeah. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, for the fan fiction I want to feature for this one, it's called Harry Potter and the Champion's Champion. Now, this story is, without an absolute doubt, abso-freaking-lutely hilarious. It is classed as a romance/humor. And for those who are big fans of the Ron Weasley character, things do not go wonderful for Ron. They really don't. No, they don't. On the other hand, the Harry-Hermione romance aspect goes actually quite well. This takes place in 4th year, Goblet of Fusion or Fire or whatever the heck that is. And all the stuff that was done in that story, in the original story, now ends up falling kind of sideways because Harry Potter is not actually taking part in the tournament. Instead, I believe it's Hermione who finds some obscure rule that allows Harry to choose somebody else to be his champion in his place. And so, as a kind of a nod to all the stories that paint Ron Weasley as, well, let's face it, a selfish git, Harry decides in this story to give that honor to Ron so that he can be the big bad hero. It doesn't quite work out that way. It's funny. It is probably one of the most hilarious freaking stories I have read in a long time. So I will be including a link to that, as well as the link to the Sufficient Velocity version of Taylor Varga. It is very good. The Harry Potter story is very, very funny. You will be laughing your butts off at that for weeks. I guarantee it. It is just totally awesome. Anyway, I think I'm going to go shut up and get back to reading the thing that I was reading today. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. I am out of here.
Mr. TinFoilChef.